Hey YouTube, this is Mark from Northeast Indiana. Welcome to my shop. I'm going to show you around here in just a little bit because over the last several months when I have not been making videos, I have been working on projects, woodworking projects in particular, and I've added several things to my shop. And as you can see, I've got a moving blanket hanging up over there. This shop is actually a two stall garage, I guess you would call it, and I just have cleaned the other side to allow my wife's vehicle to come into the shop for the winter. So I'm kind of pushing everything down into one side of the garage so I can still continue to work throughout the winter months. As you can tell, the hair has gotten out of control, and it has been well over a year since I've had a haircut. And that is all going to change in a couple of weeks. And you say, why, Mark, were you doing that? Well, I just wanted to see if I could and what would happen if I did. And this is the end result, and by golly, I'm tired of it. So it's all going to go away here in the next couple of weeks, probably before I get another video out. So anyways, let me kind of show you what I've been working on, what tools I've added to the shop, what I've done to the shop. Right now, it is all compacted down to one stall. So I think it's all manageable, but I want to show you around. As I've said, I've been getting into woodworking a little bit, and right here in the spring, I bought some newly sawn birch and cherry. So I've got those laid out there, continuing to dry out. Probably going to be next year before they're really going to be able to be used. This big one down here, I'm going to be turning into a bar for my quote-unquote man cave. And I've got some ideas for some benches. My wife wants a bench created, so some of that's going to be used for that. I've got some odds and ends up there that I'm working on. So I dabbled in some epoxy. I haven't made any kind of river tables or anything like that, but dabbled with some epoxy. Have all these lawn tools pushed back there. There's tillers and mowers. There's some bicycles back there that never get used anymore. I've got an old 51, maybe 52 Johnson, I believe, that I picked up for like 10 bucks. Maybe it was 20 bucks. And I had plans to get it running. I built that boat motor stand there, and by golly, I just don't know what I'm going to do with it. So put the fishing poles up for the year. That's an old central vac system I'm going to work on. I got to get that fired up. For some reason, that's quit working on me. I used to work in a vacuum shop. I got that for free. Filing cabinet, it's got ropes and instruction manuals mainly in there. I got my miter saw, some pieces of galvanized tubing I got for free. I figured I'd pick those up. There's some more back in there. They're kind of powder coated, I believe. The big old 6x6 beam right back there is laying on the side of the highway. I picked that up. Tarps. Got my ramps, my chucks, and some odds and ends of lumber over there. Now looking to the east side of my garage, the back end, you would say, gotta have an American flag. That one started fraying on me on my flagpole, so I took it down, bought a real heavy duty one, and just didn't want to let that one go. So went to Harbor Freight, bought a set of bins for all of my woodworking small objects. There's doorknobs, drawer pulls, there's glass bottles, hinges, door stops. This is going to go onto a bench. Those are antique. I don't even know what those are. Some sort of, I don't know. Black pipe. Got a new thickness planer back here that I picked up from Vevor. That's working really well for me. And some old lampshades look like they're from the 70s. I'm going to try to put them into a project. But yeah, I got this side of the garage all cleaned out so my wife's little car can fit in here. So let's swing over to this other side. Here is an old compressor. It's a Frankenstein compressor I picked up. Guy gave me a heck of a deal on it because he was needing cash and wanted to get rid of it. I think I paid him 10 bucks for this thing. It's super quiet and it runs, I can run my pin nailer off of it. It gets up about 50 PSI. I'm still playing with the switch. I think it's called the pressure switch. See if I can get it up to 75, but really I just use that for a pin nailer and it works great. I don't have to fire up my big compressor. So here's all the tools that I've acquired. I got a table saw, spindle sander, got a bandsaw off of Facebook Marketplace for free. Got my router table set up. Now this is all kind of set up so I can kind of work in a half circle here. I do some moving around if I need to. If I need to use the planer, I take this down, slide my table saw over, put the planer right there and run out towards the end of the garage. But this is where most of my cutting and router work and some of my sanding is done. So there's that old compressor. There's a pancake compressor there. I gotta get these shelves cleaned off, odds and ends for the summer and spring. I got an old smoker over there. Got my garage refrigerator, you know, for all those wobble pops that I store. Put them in there. Odds and ends, screws, nails. Got this little stand-up toolbox for free off Facebook Marketplace. And then my bench. I know it looks crazy, but I actually have tons more room after I built these shelves up and have been able to store things over there. Things have really gotten organized, so now I know where everything's at. I've got everything labeled in these containers right here from Harbor Freight as well, and I feel like I'm much more organized than I was. I do have a jointer down there that I need to get fired up, set up, but I got to build a stand for that. I got an old shop vac I got working down there and some odds and ends under the bench. Got the grinder at the end of the bench there, and then what I consider kind of a sanding station over here. Got two sanders, 4-inch belt and a 1-inch belt. It's working out okay for me right now. Odds and ends down there, just a lot of steel for when I do forging. I am going to get another stand-up toolbox because all my tools are right there, and it kind of gets to be a hassle when I'm dealing with that. I've got a place where I'm hanging up all my power tools there, brad nailer, all kinds of stuff. Got the picture of the man right up there overseeing the shop. He's the shop foreman, fan. Walk into our welcome. Odds and ends for the vehicles up there. And then over here, this is my forging area. I got my forge, which I've kind of let go over the summer. Gets too hot to really forge. So I'll be firing this back up now that the weather has turned. My post vise, I've got some metal finishing products over here. This kind of been a catch-all right now as I haven't really used this area very much. But that's about it. This side of the shop is packed, but it's very manageable. Here's a Christmas idea that I'm working on. It is very manageable here. Here's some of that cherry. It's really nice stuff. I was messing around with the planer on that. Haven't even finished running that through the planer there, so. But when I say I'm in the shop, I'm right here standing in front of this mat, generally working at this shop. Neat little anvil that I picked up. Yeah, believe it or not. No, it's just a tin sign that I thought was cool. Put it on the old shop door. So that's it, really, just a real quick shop tour, and just wanted to show you kind of what I'm working out of. It's not anything fancy, and I think sometimes YouTube creators tend to, I don't know, I don't think they intentionally misrepresent themselves, but you know, we think that people are working out of these amazing shops or whatever, and everything I do has been out of my garage, and I've been doing a lot of woodworking. I'm going to show you here probably in another video coming right up of a fall project that you can do. So I'll try to post that right after this one, and if I get 2 videos out, that is going to be a shock. So anyways, I appreciate it. I've got some new followers have subscribed. I appreciate you guys doing that. And everyone that watches these videos, whether you catch them currently or years down the road, you know, I just kind of do this so my kids and maybe future, you know, grandkids and things like that can kind of see what I've been doing and what I'm all about. But hey, I appreciate you watching. I want to encourage you to get out to your shop and just try something new. I'm no woodworker, I'm no blacksmith, I'm no mechanic, but by golly, I'm not afraid to try, because I know that more often than not, if you try, you will not fail. And if you fail, you learn something. So hopefully this video kind of encourages you. That's my goal. Until next time, cheers. One more thing, boy, I'm really rusty with these videos, but I want to encourage you, if you are interested in what I've been working on over the past several months, things like this. Hang on just one second. This is one I just completed for all you deer hunters out there. Coat hanger. This is hickory, and this was a very nice piece of hickory, which I kind of created to make it look a little more rustic, and a very heavy cast white-tailed deer hook. That is for sale currently at the Facebook Marketplace. If you know, maybe I can drop a link down in the description. If not, go to this Stanova. I don't know if that's showing up. I'll leave that on the screen there. Stanova Design. Stanova Design on Instagram or Facebook, and you'll find some of the things that I've been working on. Stanova Design is a name of kind of what some projects that I've been working on, an endeavor that I have. I don't want to call it a company, but it is just innovations in wood and steel and how they come together. And so check that out on Instagram. Check it out on Facebook. I will try to drop the links down in the video. If I don't, I apologize. But, you know, I think you can probably search that and find that pretty quickly. Now, this is the end. Cheers.